Let me explain a little bit more about how the SAC appliance works. First off, I want to talk about the hardware. The hardware is pretty unique actually. Let me turn it around so you can see it. This is an HP thin client is what it's called. It's all solid state. It has a 1 gig hard drive, a 1 gigabyte of RAM, and obviously those specs may change as we upgrade devices. But the nice thing about it is it's solid state, meaning there's no moving parts, so that it will continue to hold up over time, especially in a venue where it's going to be moved around, shipped around, and all that stuff. Connected to this device is the USB scanner for scanning badges, and obviously the monitor. It's just connected via VESA mount. This actually has a quick release to be able to pop this guy off and put it back on. Security on site is important, and so these have all been equipped with locks so that we can lock everything down so people can't just walk away with it. And again, turning it to the front so you can see it, a nice 19-inch flat panel. And again, the specs may change, but this is the the hardware that will be included with the SAC appliance. Let's talk about the software. So what we've done is as you can imagine, as I said, it only has a gig of hard drive space. So what we've done is we've taken, for this particular flavor, and we can modify this, but our standard deployment it's a Linux operating system that we've pared down, and this actually just runs a web browser that has been locked down so that it can't be accessed unless you have the right authority. So we can log into the machine and actually make changes. But the key here is this actually ends up being a digital sign that we place outside of each session room or the venue itself, and this is completely customizable to your needs and branding, layout, all of that stuff. The basic elements of the page are the branding template, as you can see, the name of the room, the session number that is going to be in this room in the next time slot, the session time, the entrance time, the current time, so you can see some basic instructions, and then over here it has kind of a dashboard to show you the current capacity, how many people have scheduled for that session, the number attended. If there's a wait list, it will show the wait list, things like that. All of this branding is totally customizable to your needs. So let me just show you what happens when I scan in. This badge happens to have already been scanned in, but it'll show you how that works. So right here, you will get either a green, a yellow, or a red circle. Very easy for the attendant, if it's in access control mode, to be able to say, hey, if it flashes red or yellow, red means do not admit. Obviously, that person either needs to sign an NDA or fulfill some sort of requirement. So the attendant would need to, ask that person and figure out, what they're trying to do and figure out how to help them so that they can attend if possible. Yellow means that they would be on a wait list. Potentially, if they have not added that session to their schedule, yet they wanted to attend, but that session was booked to capacity, what it would do is it would scan yellow, and then the attendant at the machine would then ask that person to step aside until they would follow whatever rules were set up. Maybe 10 minutes into the session, if there's seats remaining, then they would allow that person in. Green is go ahead and enter the session. It's either on your schedule and you've now scanned in, and so we've recorded that, or there's enough capacity remaining that it can just allow that person to enter that session, and it's no big deal. The cool thing about this is this then completes the circle between their actual conference schedule that they set up and their actual attendance. So we know who has scheduled certain sessions, but also who has actually attended certain sessions. This works great for CME credits, or continuing education credits, or requirements for completing certain certifications or whatnot. As well, people will use it to provide spiffs to their attendees. If, for example, they go to 10 sessions, then they can redeem a gift. And so that would then be integrated with our gift tracker. But let me get back to, so their actual attendance at this session, the important thing there is you want them to fill out the surveys, and you want them to fill out the specific surveys that relate to the sessions that they attended. So if they scan in, we know that they attended that session. There's two scenarios. They either had that session on their schedule. We already knew that. We already knew which survey to present to them, and that will be presented to them on the desktop machine at the venue that we've set up. Or the other way around is if they scan in, it was not in their personal session schedule. It will automatically be added to their schedule, and their attendance will be tracked based on that, and they will be sent the proper surveys. This machine it can work with or without network connectivity. We actually had an event where, and this is common, the network connectivity went down, and this machine calls home periodically. It calls home to central database, and it gets updates. If it loses connection and is not able to call home, then it stores all the data locally until the network connectivity is restored. And these can work on a wireless network or a wired network, and again, it works phenomenally in an event environment where network connectivity is particularly spotty. One other thing to note related to that, if the power goes down, if, for example, somebody unplugs this device, all that's needed to do to get this device back up and running is just plug it in. It will automatically restart, reboot, lock itself down, know where it's at, know that it is outside of room 116 on the second floor of the Moscone West or whatever location that it's at. It knows where it's at, and it automatically boots up and starts allowing people to scan into that session or into the venue. And that only takes a matter of a couple of minutes. So that's the SAC appliance. It's been used and deployed for years. This is a particular flavor that we've just introduced in a complete appliance kit, and this is all shipped out as is to the venue. So that is the SAC machine, or the SAC appliance, in a nutshell. We've kind of explained some of the highlighted features. If you need more information, please contact your sales rep or go to wingateweb.com. Thank you very much.